Yeah. How's it going,
Yeah.
everyone? Andy Hall, Tobin Templeman, Big Zebra. This is apparently the after party, after show, right? Is that what we're
Yes, it
doing? I think that's what
is.
we're doing. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, how was your weekend, guys?
Productive.
Yeah.
I was pretty.
Productive.
I was getting after it. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I accomplished nothing, and I slept for long periods of time. I did do a little practice I've been doing. I've been going to old after party shows that we've all done, and then adding comments
Oh, I've
to old.
noticed. I've noticed Big Zebra. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
usually it's silly stuff that I've done, but I'm now expanding into if someone makes a really good joke or says something hilarious, I just put a timestamp in
oh,
there.
that's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
So it's not all about me all the time. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Because that's bad. It's not healthy.
This,
You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. Yeah. This
Yeah.
level of narcissism might be detrimental.
Exactly. And if you are a secret narcissist, why
Mhm.
show it? Why let that cat out of that bag?
Indeed. Speaking of narcissism, I believe, was it Atheist Day is on Wednesday? The day, I guess that's the day after tomorrow, from what I understand of how like days of the week work.
What is
And
Atheist Day? Tell me more.
um, what is Atheist Day? I know that I'm going to be on a stream on Atheist Day. That's what I
Okay.
know. And outside of that, I think I'm on Thomas Beer's channel, and he's having a bunch of atheists on. He's doing a long stream. I think I'm on like I'll mention more about this tomorrow, but
Mm,
I think I'll be on. It's supposed to go from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central.
mm.
So that is on Wednesday, I believe, and I'm going to be there. I think at like 6:30 or so. So I'll be one of the last people on the stream
Right. Right.
because I don't get out of work. You all know my schedule at this point. So
No, no, I don't. But I
yeah,
wish you well.
I
thank you.
think. I think one of the things too is there's some cities where they all gather, like at the Capitol or at
Yeah, I think so.
a building, and they have speeches and stuff like that. But it's
Yep.
just to like raise awareness
Yeah.
of our group.
So
Hey, could we call it when two or three are gathered in nobody particular's name?
I think that's good. I like that.
It's too
I like that a
long a
lot.
name. It needs to be reworked to make it a little funnier.
Oh, I hear you. I hear.
Say
How
it
about
again.
when two or three are not gathered in his name?
I see
That's a
how you're
little
trying to
better.
work the joke. You're trying to
Oh
work
yeah,
out the
yeah.
joke. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
often jokes need to be massaged, like you
Oh, yeah.
instinctively feel it's the right thing, but it doesn't quite land.
Right. I've massaged many jokes.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Until they exploded, and never
Yeah.
mind.
Thank God. Yeah. And it was all that. So I feel like I should have gotten more stuff done over the weekend. I didn't
Hmm.
even drink really. I only had 2 beers over the weekend. Um, I feel like I should have gotten more done, but I didn't. But I always feel that way.
Mm.
It's never really done, is it? You know.
It is not done. It's
Mm.
up.
I'm looking forward to death when I don't have to do anything anymore, and people won't be calling me. Like when I became very, very ill,
Mm.
and I had to take care of everything after my last parent died, my mother.
Oh, yeah.
It somewhat somehow everybody in the world seemed necessary to contact me, even stuff not to do with my mother's estate.
Mm.
And they would also send letters letting me know what would happen if I didn't do what they told me to do. It was sort of weird.
Speak
And I
more
got,
about that. I don't know what those letters. I've never received a letter like that. So
well, there was some sort of government letter where you have to do this, and this, and if you don't, we're going to do this to you.
oh,
And I can't remember,
that sounds like a
what it
threat.
was now.
That sounds like
Yes.
a threat.
So my option was to do what I regularly do, which is go to bed and try and sleep some more.
Yeah, yeah. Wise.
Yeah,
I like that. That was
yeah,
wise.
yeah.
Big zebra.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't have much of a choice. I mean, look at my life. Very sleepy.
Looks like
Anyway,
big
that's
zebra.
enough depression. You know, that's,
So
that's enough.
I was at the bar on Sunday, and um, we were sitting there, the girlfriend and I, and we were having some curry fries. Love curry fries. You know, you get your fries and a little curry sauce.
Mm.
Beautiful. And there was this older couple that didn't have a place to sit, and they were just standing. And I turned to her. It's like, I feel like and I turned to my girlfriend. It's like I feel like I should give my seat up for this guy who's over there. And the girlfriend turned and she goes to me, he's the same age as you are, Andy. It's like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So that was a little bit of insight I had yesterday. A little bit of reality hitting me in the face with a wet fish.
Did he look sad? Did he have a cane?
He did not. He looked like the standing might have been. I don't know what his issue was, to tell you the truth. I don't know what his issue was.
Maybe it's just a Democrat in the United States, and
yeah.
just
Well, it's a heavily Democratic area. It's
yes.
A heavily Democratic area.
Hey, I have a really stupid story to tell. Sorry, I cut you off there.
Stories. I like stupid stories. I just said a stupid story. Tell your stupid story.
Okay, well, a long time ago, I suffered from terrible, terrible hemorrhoids. So I went in, since I was due to have a colonoscopy anyway. I went in and I asked if they could clear up my hemorrhoid problem while they were, as long as they were down there anyway, So it all gets taken care of, and I'm happy, and I'm eating more fiber to stop it from happening again. Anyway, a few days ago, I don't know what I ate, but I had terrible diarrhea, always running to the bathroom.
All right.
So I was constantly, wiping my zebra butt, and it triggered terrible, terrible hemorrhoidal pain.
Reasonable.
Yes, and it seemed to radiate, through my whole perineum.
Yep.
And I sort of waited, tried to resist scratching at it. And
well, where is this going? Where is this going, Big Zebra? Because I wanted to end up in a happy place. I just wanted to end up in not
like many great stories. This one has a stop off at the pharmacy.
Oh, okay, great.
Where I this isn't going away, and it's terrible pain. Even Tobin is in pain for me. You can see him; his head is in his hands.
Yes.
So I go to the pharmacy, and I look all around the pain medication shelves, where I expect the sort of medication I need to be, and there's nothing there. And I suffer from consumer blindness syndrome, where you look on the shelves and you can't find the thing you need. So I double check, but I'm actually in pain as I do this. And finally, I go up to the pharmacist. And I say to one pharmacist, and I whisper over the counter, "Hi, I need some hemorrhoidal pain medication." And another pharmacist with better hearing hears me, and he points at a shelf right in front of him, and he says, "Oh, you can get Anusol right here."
Nice.
In the shelf in front of me, like really loud and clear, So I go.
You got to be able to hear it, right?
Yeah.
Understand, right?
He could have said, "Oh, it's right here," but he had to say Anusol.
Yeah.
So there's the Anusol, and I get 2 boxes of the suppositories, and a new thing I've never seen before, which looks like wet wipes, which sounds like a good idea. So I buy those, and as I walk out of the pharmacy after having spent all this goddamn money I don't have, I leave, and I think, "Oh, wow, the pain's going away. No more hemorrhoid pain." Just since then, and I haven't used, and I spent all this goddamn money on medication I may not need.
Well, here's the
And
yeah.
so,
I'll,
is it the placebo effect, except for your ass?
I'll tell you a story that will make you feel better about your bad decision. How's that?
Okay.
My hemorrhoid story ends up in divorce, and it's a happy story.
Oh, is it? I think I know where this is going, but I want to hear it unravel.
Um, so I have good friends. I don't have a lot of friends, but I have very good, close friends. And
Mm.
as I was about to get married, a few days before I got married, they sat me down, and they said, you really shouldn't be doing this, Andy. And it's like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, Karen. That was my wife's name. Karen. She was wonderful. Karen was a wonderful person. Karen's a wonderful person. And they go, well, you know, your body is telling you that there's something wrong, right? It's like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, one, you have open sores over some of your body, right?
Oof.
Like I had an infection, and you have hemorrhoids, and you never have hemorrhoids. So maybe, perhaps, your body's trying to tell you something. And also, she's a horrible person. I mean, that's just besides the point. But let's just stick to the basic points. And it was all true. I was in a state of neurotic mess going up to the big day. But it all ended up well because 20 years later, I got a divorce.
So it took 20 years after the warning to get a divorce?
Yeah. And just talking about the placebo effect.
Yes.
Talking about the placebo effect, after I got married, everything disappeared. The hemorrhoids
No kidding.
disappeared. The open sores disappeared. They all just vanished, just like that, into the ether.
Wow.
Yep.
So getting married to a bad person cured your illnesses?
Getting over the hump, and then after that, it was just the slow, steady grind. After that, there was the initial hump, and then the long, slow descent.
I wonder how many of us guys, I'm sure, when women have problems with guys, they end up in the goddamn hospital, and it's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
But when guys have problems with women, they just make us feel bad all the time. And God knows, Sorry, go ahead.
Speaking as someone who's dated men and women, I'll tell you this: dysfunctional relationships are dysfunctional. I mean, from what I've experienced, is in what you're saying is basically true. I mean, you feel like when you're in a toxic relationship, you feel like garbage. And it doesn't matter what the plumbing of the other person is. They'll just make you feel like garbage. At least that's been my personal experience.
Sure. Yeah, and it makes me think that's why I became a zebra, really. Life's a lot better. You get your aggressions out. Zebras are big biters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Zebras kill more people in Africa than lions do. They are aggressive animals.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I've never killed anyone myself, though.
Well, there's always hope for you, big zebra.
Yeah. Hippopotami tend to kill the most people.
Too. Nasty creatures.
I actually looked up statistics on zebra kills, and I couldn't find anything, despite the use of the Google machine and Mr. Peabody's Wayback Machine.
Oh, yes, the Wayback Machine.
Amateur racer. Way to go, yeah. Blizzard. Blazing Wizard Pope. I was going to say Blazing Blizzard Pope, but that doesn't make sense.
But it is funny. I like it.
Spoonerisms kind of come natural to me. I don't mean to do them, but I do them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
How's Tobin? Is he the most sensible, happiest person we know? He doesn't seem so fucked up to me. Oh, sorry.
What's up, Sammy?
What's up, Sam?
Yellow card.
Yellow card. Yes. I was reaching for it, but he apologized, so,
Oh, yeah. That's just bad acting on my part. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're a zebra. Zebras I mean, we're talking about divorces and hemorrhoids and all kinds of things. I mean, things get out of hand pretty quickly.
Just remember that when you're in the pharmacy, shout out loud, "The Anusol is over here."
Mm, mm, mm.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
also
because there
like
may be
the
somebody on the other side of the store in the corner, and they don't know where it's at. They're looking for it too.
Mhm.
Everybody should know about it, right?
Yes.
It should be. They should be just loud proclamations about where the anal
Anusol is.
cream is.
and I
Yes,
Right.
think
the
there's
suppositories.
something a little symbolic about talking about divorces and hemorrhoids
Yep.
Yeah, oh, that's where I thought
in the same
Mr. Hall was
conversation.
going. That he was going to say that once he got divorced,
No,
the
no.
pain in his ass left him. You know what I mean?
There's a different kind of there's a different kind of pain that you have
Mhm.
once you actually get married. Yeah, there's a different kind of pain, at least for me. Everyone's different, right?
Mhm. I was going to say something wonderful and then it left. So it's over to you, Mr. 420.
I would say that I would say that I didn't start getting migraines until I was married.
Mm.
I would say that. So maybe the pain
Well,
left my ass and the spike started going through my head.
Right.
Maybe that's it.
one thing I love about the lighting and the camera is that my hair looks like it's colored, but in
Mm.
reality, it's basically silver.
Oh, okay.
And that began
Kids.
just saying
Mhm.
when a certain relationship began. And I know correlation is not causation,
Mhm.
but I'm just saying this happened in about a 5-year period,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I'm
yeah.
still in my 30s. So
Ooh. Yeah, you know what? You could get away with coloring your hair, though.
yeah, and I've thought about it, but I, I don't care enough yet, to be honest.
Yes.
And the feedback I get, people say silver, a bit of silver is distinguished.
Yes,
Mm.
it gives you the gravitas. Besides the horns, of course, Sammy. Besides the
Mhm.
horns,
Mhm.
it gives you
I
gravitas.
still like the shadow horns the best,
I
but
don't know.
these are your horns and your horned life, so you live your best
Well,
life.
these things are just so magic. Oh,
Mm.
look, they disappeared. Such a good effect.
True. So I saw the new Batman movie over the
Oh
weekend.
no.
Yeah, 3 hours. And for me, at least, yeah. So the girlfriend slept through part of it, and I had to wake her up because she was snoring. That was on Sunday. On Saturday. That was on Saturday. I had to wake her up. Had to give her a little, hey, you got to wake up there. During the second act, and if you're gonna, in her defense, if you're gonna fall asleep during the movie, it would be during the second act, right? There's a lot of stuff that goes on.
Sure. You know, another way to do that is to accidentally spill a full extra large Coke on them and all the ice.
I
Yeah.
really like my girlfriend. She's never given me hemorrhoids or open sores or made me feel like there's a spike being driven through my head.
She may be a keeper, you know.
Yeah. I don't want to sabotage myself that way. I can sabotage
Mm.
myself in a variety of different ways, but not that particular way.
And
There
I
was
used to think it was
we
kind of
already
funny
do.
tossing things on people, but after a while, I learned that other people don't really think it's very funny when they
Did
get
you
things
go through
stuck on.
a phase, Tobin, where you were dumping things on people?
Yes,
Like
I
what?
did. No, it was like in our neighborhood. It like I think it was sometime around when Jackass started coming
Oh
out,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So what did you throw on them? Urine?
Oh man, it started out with just like innocuous things like flour and or a bucket of water, and then like you start getting creative and you're like, oh, there's that pumpkin from Halloween and it's been fermenting and there's still some juice in there. Oh, and you scrape a whole bucket of that together. Yeah, that's yeah.
Who
Yeah.
doesn't want to be showered with rotting foodstuffs? Everyone can get in on the fun.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It falleth like the gentle rain from heaven. It blesseth him who gives and him who. Sorry, Shakespeare quote.
right, right.
And except this is about rotting pumpkins, you see, instead of rain.
So you were a bit of a menace, Tobin.
Yes.
Our neighborhood was pretty rowdy, dude. Like the neighborhood kids, like the generation before us would chase us down on the bikes. Now, I never got
Yeah,
caught.
yeah.
I never got caught, but they would actually wrap us up in duct tape. They did to at least 2 or 3, and they would do it from head to toe. I mean, not our heads. They left their heads, but they would wrap them up from their feet all the way up to their arms.
That's a lot of
And,
duct tape.
and yeah, it was. Yeah,
We lost our Dr. Kennard. I hope he comes back.
yeah. He said he'd be right back.
Yeah, I had to let my
Okay.
cat in. Biscuit was demanding entry.
Yes, yes. Also known as Abraham Lincoln, retired.
My cat.
Well,
What are
we
you talking
did this thing about reincarnation on one
Oh.
of the shows, and I suggested that your cat could be
Oh, yeah.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, did I mention this? Is then I discovered that I can't really, if I ever do really get cancer, I can't really joke about it because it'll upset
not?
my mother.
oh, right.
having blood relatives is a new thing for me. Having having someone that may not really, well, someone who cares about me basically. It's kind of new. That only gets a lot of my messages via or news about me on Facebook. She saw one of the or my status update about the blood test. If I fail the blood test, I might have cancer. Stay tuned. And she's like, "What the hell are you talking about, Andy? You're 72. I really can't joke about these things. I guess, right? I guess that's.
I guess not. And cancer trumps everything. It's sort of like, what are you going to talk about? Well, you end up talking about your cancer. It's
right.
awful.
Right.
By the way, I made a strange discovery. You know how Facebook is supposed to be this place where you can connect with people and do this and do that.
Yes.
And have hundreds of friends. And I discovered that Facebook, for the most part for me, was where I go to be alone. Because it doesn't matter what I post there. Nothing happens. And people's streams are long. If you subscribe to the wrong people, they post 100 times a day.
Yeah.
And you end up with a pile of shit in your feed. And it's all just reposts. So I came up with a solution.
What's that?
Well, I happened across a funny animal pic. And I sort of wrote a joke underneath it and posted it on Facebook. And for the first time, I got a whole bunch of likes. So something interesting in my life is ignored. But I post an animal pic. It was of a flamingo. It was a nice picture of flamingos standing on one leg in the water. And I wrote underneath, the big problem with flamingos are the constant demands they make for neck massagers. Right.
That is funny, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, and
it's funny.
Yes, yeah, I like that sort of humor too. It's just like, okay, this is breathtakingly stupid. It's not just regular stupid.
Yeah.
And so if I can find animals that people should not be interested in and post on Facebook, I get likes.
Well, I think you've just hit a really important truth on most algorithms is that smart content is not rewarded as much as not so smart content.
Even though if I could be honest, like
or viewable.
Has to be viewable.
Yes. What was it, Tobin? You were saying about being honest.
I'm there on Facebook. And what has keeps me coming back is the memes. Like I keep in touch with people there. but I like going there and just flumming through and seeing the memes and the jokes and stuff. Me and Kendra will sit here and laugh. You know, we'll spend like maybe an hour or so, and we're sitting next to each other, just like sharing stuff that we're seeing,
Yeah.
and like we like the jokes and stuff. We like the memes.
Yeah, I guess it's good for that. I've heard that
But
Facebook is in decline now.
I don't think I'm friends with you. I don't know. I could be wrong, but we
Let
should.
me. I'll check right now.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I feel like I know you on Twitter, Big Zebra.
Yes,
Facebook.
that's how I contacted you. When maybe I should send you stupid shit over Twitter too, but you're probably already getting enough.
I find myself busy on social media, but if you want to send me stupid shit on Twitter, go right ahead.
Okay, we have one mutual friend, Tobin. So let me click on it and see if we are friends. I think we are.
Yeah. Oh, how about that?
What would it say if we didn't send friend
Are we
requests?
friends?
I think I have your email address. Here, I'll send Tobin a message. You're not friends on Facebook, it says.
No.
But how do I send a friend request?
Message him. If you message him,
or you just go to his profile and hit
Yeah,
request
and-
friend.
Okay, well, I'll send
That's
Tobin
what normal people do, Andy.
Normal people? Yeah.
Yes. The roundabout way is to message, and once they message back, you become friends.
Yeah.
That's how the kids do it these days.
You know, I have to tell you, I don't really send a lot of. I don't remember really sending too many friend requests out. People friend me, and then I'll be friends with them that way.
What are you on Facebook as, 420?
I'll put it in the private chat.
Yeah, put it in the private chat.
Yeah,
That's
well,
fine.
better idea.
Yeah. See, Sammy's thinking. John Hudson. Did I say hello to John Hudson? I think I did. What's up, John?
Satan Sam.
Okay.
You do anything exciting over the weekend, Satan Sam?
I did. And can I just say that?
We have to wait until after the show's over to talk about it?
No, I think we can talk about this aspect of it. But what you were saying about age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close call.
Close call. Yeah.
Fun, but yeah. Yes, the prior, not the latter.
Yeah.
Big Z.
See, this is just code for Sam's dating life. We have to talk in Morse code, basically. And it's all varieties of SOS, to tell you the truth, I think. It's all like dash, 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 dip, 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 dash, dash, dash. I think that's SOS. I don't know.
Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up. I'm going to try searching again.
Yeah, because it wants to find the other.
Yes, exactly.
For some reason.
Oh, I know. I'll send you my name and the number so that you don't have the John Smith problem. And
well, see, I used to say that my grandfather made the name up, but more precisely, the people who took his name down made the name up because that's what they wrote.
It's a classic immigrant story there.
He just went with it.
Yeah, classic immigration.
So we are literally the only ones. But there is about 100 of us now.
Oh,
so we're fairly prolific.
You're prolific. That's the word. I guess that's an interesting. You're adaptive. That's what you are. You're naturally, evolutionarily adaptive. That's it. Yeah. All right, I'm going to close out the show, everyone. Hey, same crazy thing tomorrow. Thank you, Sam, Seb.
It's been great.
Robin, Shamala Hamala. Take care, everyone.
Have a great day, everybody.
Man, I just keep